Have you ever found yourself lying wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why you can't fall back asleep? It can feel frustrating and even worrying, especially when you think it's something that might be wrong with your body or mind. But here's the thing. This experience is more common than you might think, especially as we get older. The truth is, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just a random occurrence or a sign of aging. There's a deeper reason behind it, and in this video, we're going to explore it. You may be surprised to learn that there are actually several powerful reasons why many older adults experience these early wake-ups. From changes in hormones to shifts in your body's internal clock, these wake-ups reveal important things about your health and well-being that you may not even be aware of. And by understanding what's really going on, you'll be able to make better choices for your sleep, your health, and your peace of mind. So, if you've ever wondered why you keep waking up at 3 a.m., you're in the right place. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll have a whole new understanding of your sleep, and maybe even discover ways to improve it. If you're finding this interesting already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let's dive in. As we age, our body undergoes many changes, and one of the most significant changes impacting sleep is the reduction of melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone responsible for regulating our sleep-wake cycle, often referred to as the body's internal clock. When we're younger, our body naturally produces a steady amount of melatonin each night, helping us fall asleep easily and stay asleep longer. However, as we grow older, our body's production of melatonin starts to decline. This natural decrease means that by the time early morning hours like 3 a.m. roll around, our melatonin levels may dip too low to keep us in a deep, restful sleep. You might find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, not because of a noise or a disturbing dream, but because your body is simply shifting toward wakefulness without the support of enough melatonin to keep you asleep. It's important to understand that this isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. It's just a normal part of aging, a natural shift in your body's internal chemistry. What's even more frustrating is that small environmental factors, like a bit of light from a street lamp or a glowing clock in the room, can make this effect even worse. As we age, we become more sensitive to light, which can further suppress melatonin production and make it even harder to stay asleep. Take, for example, Harold, a 72-year-old man who used to be a great sleeper. Lately, he finds himself wide awake at 3:15 a.m. most nights, fully alert and unable to fall back asleep. At first, Harold thought something was wrong, but after learning that this shift was due to the natural decline in melatonin production, he stopped blaming himself. He started making small changes, like keeping his room darker, avoiding screens an hour before bed, and taking a short evening walk to reinforce his natural sleep cycle. These simple steps helped him work with his body's natural rhythms, and although he still wakes up early sometimes, he no longer feels frustrated or defeated. Understanding that this shift is a normal part of aging can help transform frustration into compassion. Instead of seeing your body's natural changes as a problem, you can begin to make small adjustments to support your sleep, creating a more peaceful and restful night's sleep despite waking up early. Another common reason why many older adults find themselves waking up at 3 a.m. is due to a natural shift in the body's internal clock, a phenomenon known as advanced sleep phase. As we get older, our circadian rhythms, the body's internal 24-hour clock, start to shift. This means that older adults may feel sleepy earlier in the evening and, in turn, wake up earlier in the morning. This shift isn't a matter of choice or bad habits. It's a natural biological change. When you're younger, your body might naturally align with a later bedtime and a wake-up time closer to sunrise. But as the years go by, your body starts to get sleepy earlier and naturally wakes up earlier too, often around 3 a.m., long before the sun is up. This doesn't mean you aren't getting enough sleep, it's just that your body's internal rhythm has adjusted to a different schedule. For many older adults, this shift becomes more noticeable when they retire or spend more time at home, as their daily routine becomes quieter and less structured. Without the external time cues, like a job, social engagements, or the hustle and bustle of a busy day, the body may begin signaling that it's time to wind down much earlier in the evening. As a result, your sleep cycle advances, and you may find yourself waking up feeling fully rested, even if it's still dark outside. Consider Charles, a 68-year-old retiree. He finds himself consistently awake at 3 a.m., feeling alert as if his day is ready to begin. At first, Charles thought he was suffering from insomnia. But once he learned about advanced sleep phase, he realized that his body was simply operating on a different schedule. He adjusted his routine by staying up a little later, reading a book with a warm light, and taking a short walk after dinner. These simple adjustments helped shift his sleep cycle just enough to reduce those early morning wake-ups and get closer to a more comfortable wake-up time. Understanding that your body's circadian rhythm might be shifting with age can help eliminate the confusion or frustration you might feel about waking up too early. It's not a sign of insomnia or poor sleep, it's just a natural part of aging. With small changes to your routine, you can work with your body's new rhythm and feel more aligned with your sleep needs. As we age, our bodies become more prone to various physical discomforts and health issues that can disrupt our sleep, often waking us up around 3 a.m. These disruptions are not caused by the body failing, but rather by the body responding to changes that naturally occur with age. Conditions like arthritis, muscle cramps, frequent trips to the bathroom, or even side effects from medications can silently cause discomfort, gently pulling you out of a deep sleep. For example, many older adults experience arthritis, which makes it uncomfortable to lie in one position for extended periods. The pain might not be noticeable when you first fall asleep, but as the hours pass, those aches can become more pronounced, causing you to wake up. Similarly, issues like nighttime acid reflux, dry mouth, or bladder problems can lead to wake-ups in the middle of the night. The bladder, in particular, becomes less elastic with age, causing more frequent urges to urinate, often during the night. This sudden need to relieve yourself can be hard to ignore, especially when your body is already more sensitive and alert in the quiet hours. Take ElderlyWisdom, for example, a 76-year-old woman who had been waking up consistently at 3:30 a.m. Initially, she thought it was just a part of aging. But after consulting her doctor, she discovered that one of her medications was increasing her trips to the bathroom, disrupting her sleep. With her doctor's guidance, she adjusted her medication timing and made small lifestyle changes. Now, she wakes up less frequently and finds it easier to fall back asleep. What's important to remember here is that waking up at 3 a.m. due to physical discomfort doesn't mean your body is failing. It's a sign that your body is still functioning, responding, and adjusting. These wake-ups are not a sign of weakness, but rather gentle reminders that something in your body needs attention. By listening to these signals and addressing them, whether through lifestyle changes, medical advice, or simple adjustments to your environment, you can significantly improve your sleep quality and comfort. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked reasons for waking up at 3 a.m. is the gradual shift in lifestyle habits. As people age, many start to experience quieter and less structured days, especially after retirement. Without the external cues that a busy job, social engagements, or daily routines provide, the body's internal rhythm can naturally begin to shift, causing an earlier bedtime and an earlier wake-up time. For example, many older adults tend to eat dinner earlier in the evening, wind down more quickly, and reduce their physical activity during the day. These changes, while seemingly minor, can accumulate over time and subtly alter the body's natural sleep-wake cycle. The body may begin to signal to your brain that the night should begin earlier, leading to falling asleep sooner and, in turn, waking up earlier, often around 3 a.m., long before the birds are chirping. Walter, a 74-year-old retiree, found himself in a similar situation. He started eating dinner at 5 p.m., falling asleep on the couch during the evening news, and heading to bed around 9 p.m. without realizing it. Over time, his sleep cycle shifted earlier, and he began waking up at 3 a.m. At first, he was confused, thinking that something was wrong with his sleep. But after reflecting on his routine, he realized that his earlier meals, less structured days, and earlier bedtimes were the culprit. With a few small changes, like adding a short afternoon walk, reading in brighter light in the evening, and avoiding naps after dinner, he was able to shift his sleep window slightly later, resulting in fewer early morning wake-ups and a better sleep pattern. In addition to the lifestyle habits mentioned above, food timing can also play a role. Eating dinner early, while generally healthy, can sometimes lead to a dip in blood sugar levels overnight. which might trigger wake-ups in the early morning hours. Similarly, caffeine consumed in the afternoon can linger in the system longer than expected, especially as metabolism slows with age, further lightening sleep and making you more susceptible to waking up at 3 a.m. Understanding how lifestyle habits and daily routines influence your sleep pattern can be incredibly helpful. By making mindful adjustments, you can better align your internal clock and create a more restorative sleep cycle that works with your body's changing rhythms, rather than against them. Sometimes, waking up at 3 a.m. has less to do with your body and more to do with your mind. As we grow older, we often find that emotions and unresolved thoughts can become more apparent, especially during the quiet hours of the night. The stillness of the night, when there are fewer distractions, can become a space for our emotions and memories to surface, something that is much more noticeable when we're not rushing around during the day. At night, when the world is still, many older adults experience a kind of quiet, emotional restlessness. This isn't the same kind of anxiety or restlessness that younger people might experience. Instead, it tends to be more reflective and subtle, a sense that something is unsettled, even if you can't quite name it. This emotional wakefulness could be related to past memories, unresolved feelings, or even a subtle longing for connection that is more noticeable in the absence of external noise. For example, consider Gloria, an 80-year-old widow. During the day, she keeps herself busy with her garden, calls her grandchildren, and watches her favorite TV shows. But at 3 a.m., she often wakes up with her mind wandering to thoughts of her late husband or unresolved worries that she's pushed aside during the busy daytime hours. Initially, Gloria believed her sleep issues were physical, but over time, she recognized that her 3 a.m. wake-ups were emotional in nature. These quiet hours became a time for her mind to process and reflect on the past. In response, Gloria started keeping a small journal by her bed. When she woke up, she would write down whatever was on her mind. Nothing fancy, just a few thoughts or reflections. She also started incorporating a calming evening ritual, such as listening to soft music or writing short notes to friends. These small acts helped her process her emotions and eased her mind, allowing her to return to sleep more peacefully. Emotional restlessness in older adults often comes down to the wisdom accumulated over a lifetime. It's not necessarily a sign of distress or something to be fixed, but rather an opportunity to reflect and connect with deeper parts of ourselves that might have been quieter during the busy years of raising a family or managing a career. Instead of seeing these early morning wake-ups as a flaw, it's important to approach them with curiosity and kindness. What is your mind trying to tell you in those still hours before dawn? What thoughts or feelings are trying to come to the surface? Rather than fighting these moments, consider using them as an opportunity to listen, to honor your emotions and give them space. This might not only improve your sleep, but it could also help you understand and appreciate the emotional depth you've gained throughout your life. As we've explored, waking up at 3 a.m. is not a one-size-fits-all experience, and it's not something to be feared or frustrated by. Instead, it can be a natural response to changes in your body and mind as you age. Whether it's a shift in melatonin production, a realignment of your circadian rhythm, physical discomfort, lifestyle habits, or even emotional restlessness, these early wake-ups are telling you something important about your health and well-being. By understanding the reasons behind your 3 a.m. wake-ups, you can begin to make small, thoughtful adjustments that support a healthier and more peaceful sleep cycle. It's not about fighting against the natural changes your body is going through, but about learning to work with them in ways that promote better sleep and a deeper sense of connection to your own rhythms. So, if you found yourself waking up at 3 a.m., remember that it's not a sign that something's broken. It's simply a reflection of the body's natural evolution, a gentle reminder to pay attention to the subtle shifts in your life. By embracing this understanding, you can approach your sleep and your life with more compassion and awareness. As we wrap up, take a quiet moment to reflect on what you've learned today. What resonated with you the most? Was it the shift in your internal clock, the influence of your health, or perhaps the emotional rhythms that surface in the still of the night? Whatever it is, know that you're not alone. Many people experience this, and there's no need to feel like you're the only one searching for answers. Thank you for joining us today. We hope these insights have provided you with clarity and a better understanding of what might be going on when you wake up at 3 a.m. If you found this information helpful, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to take it easy on yourself. Your body and mind are still working hard, and it's okay to acknowledge the wisdom in those early morning hours. Until next time, take care and embrace the journey of rest, reflection, and self-compassion.